So it's stickers, paper, fussy cutting, and layers. Typical new layout for Kathy Loves to Scrap. Hi everybody, it's Designer Deep Dive, and today I'm going with Carta Bella. So I'm using the pack called That's My Girl, and you got to see a cute little quick snippet of what the actual layout ends up like at the end. Now, I must admit, I cheated a little this time. I actually got a kit, the full lot in one, with all these beautiful papers, because I actually like these papers, and I really just needed to have a quick snatch of the stash. And so that's why I'm using the Carta Bella. I could have gone through digging through my papers for Echo Park. I'm sure I've got stacks. I know I've got stacks. But I just wanted it to be quick and simple and easy for me to gather. And I saw these colors and I just fell in love. So we're going with this pack here, and I'm going to incorporate the 3-paper rule, where I'm just going through quickly and choosing the 3 papers that are going to use for the whole layout, and they're all going to mix, match and coordinate. And then I will just also use the cut apart cards and the fussy cut elements on it, plus the sticker sheet, and that's all I'm using in this layout. All right, so there's my 2 photos. Yes, there's a hippo. You are not imagining it, and I'll tell you the story in a little while, but that's what's going to be part of it. So I love the colors on this layout already, and I haven't even started. That check paper in the back, absolutely stunning. Love, love, love. I'm going to use the bows because it's girly, and I'm then have the orangey color dotted one there, the Swiss dots there. I really like this color scheme. It's just very pretty. I just like it. I don't know why. It just really took my eye as soon as I saw it, and I knew I just had to have it. And it was that check, the B side, that really captured my imagination. So I'm using the bows here just because I want it to be a bit girly, and then I'm just going to layer them across to create a overlapping design to the base. Now I cut these down to, I think that bow one was 7 inches by 9 inches, 9.5. Yes, it was 7 inches by 9.5. Now you can see I'm trimming out a piece there from the base. Waste not, want not. When you've only got the one sheet, you want to maximize the use of it. I need some of that check paper in the layout, and also on the back there are rosettes that have little quotes and sayings on them, and I wanted to incorporate those in the layout as well, so I cut out that piece from the back. That's maximizing my papers, making it work for me, and I've always done that when I have limited papers and I want to stretch them. It's a great thing gutting them and using them, because you're not wasting them then. Okay, so as you can see, there's all those rosettes on the back there. That's beautiful. And on that yellow paper, there is suns on the back. So this whole paper range is really, really, really pretty. And, you know, I might just have to go and source some of those single pages, particularly that check. I love that check. And the color in it is just my favorite color, that mushroom pink. Love, love, love it. Okay, so there we go. I have cut a frame around, which I'm going to have it sit, and I will make that pop, and you will see me do that shortly. You know I can't leave it flat. So I'm going to make sure that I've got it cut exactly now to 11 and well, just over 11.5 inches by 11.5, so that when it sits on the frame, I have that equal border all the way around it. I really do like the thickness of this paper. Carta Bella is so pretty. There are so many different ranges for Carta Bella. I just like this paper company. It does produce quite good cardstock and you know, pattern papers and so forth. So that was really, you know, they're both really good. Echo Park, so many different designs and so many different styles, and then Carta Bella. But I'm more a Carta Bella person than I would be an Echo Park, I'd say, if I had my choice between the two. So I'm going to mat these photos, and as I said, I'm going to tell the story of the photos. When I like hippopotamuses, sorry, I like hippos. They are my favorite animal, and I really do like them. To the point that as my children were growing up, when we went to the zoo, there was the pygmy hippopotamus at Taronga Zoo. And I took this brilliant photo, even if I do say so myself. I've never scrapped it, but I took this brilliant photo, real close up, like using my zoom camera, like really using my good camera. And I took this photo of the hippopotamus, so good that you could see its whiskers in it, and I was like 300 meters away from it. And that's the quality of my camera and the quality of my photo. And I just love hippos, and I can't help it. I just do. My kids just think I'm crazy. I have hippos on my desk at school. I have hippos everywhere. So I just like hippos. I've got a big hippo basket on my desk holding all of my punches. So when Snapchat in 2024, I would say, no, 2023 it was, because that's when that photo was taken, 2023, they did this Snapchat thing where they had the hippos for the months of the year. So I got my children to get all the months of the year related to the family's birthdays. And now I'm finally doing the first one. So I have all of the children, including the son-in-laws, and mine and my husband's birth months with the hippos, because I love it. And my children, who said, I love the hippos more than them because the only photo on our fridge is the hippo, I thought this was relevant to show them that, you know, they're all my own little hippos in their own way. And so I am now scrapbooking those photos. So I have the hippos by the months, and I'm choosing the photo of the child that best represents their hippo behavior. So in this photo, it's my youngest daughter. We were on our cruise back in 2023. That's the one I did with Vicky Burton, and she was not coping well with the seasickness. So I took this photo when she was totally out because of the seasickness. And so that's just like a hippo, just totally out of it, in the water, just lazing around. So this is what it reminded me. All right, so I am cutting up the strips of paper that are left, and I've created tags because I want it to layer it. You know, I love layers. Lots and lots of layers makes it look that much more fuller on the layout. So I've cut those to 2.5 in width, and then I've just cut off the corners and created my own tags. Then there is this magic cut apart piece here, a card which I'm cutting out in the pinkish shades, and it says, "Here sleeps a girl with a head full of magical dreams, a heart full of wonder, and hands that will shape the world." Well, this little girl does use her hands to shape the world. She is a landscape gardener apprentice. Yes, that's right. My beautiful girl with her long golden blonde hair, her long nails, and her eyelashes is a landscape gardener. She digs in the garden. She is the best trimmer they have, and at the moment she is currently the face of the company, so she's their promo face, which is, you know, just another little thing about her. And she is a funny girl, like pretty as, you know, glamour girl plus, trained at school to do beautician and makeup, and is now doing landscaping. Yep, that's right, a tradie for a daughter. Of all my children, I've got the tradie daughter. So this is really good. I like this, and I love the fact that I caught her so out of it. She was so bad from that cruise. She did not cope very well, but that's okay. That was only because when we went to Cairns, the sea was quite tropical getting off the boat on the tender, and she just could not cope. She doesn't travel well. She has terrible travel sickness, and that just topped it off for her. All right, so here's how I'm making everything pop. You know, I like to do it. So I'm drawing in my messy borders. I use white around on that mushroom color, and then I'm using black on all the rest. And it's really giving it that little extra pop to make it really stand out. I'm putting in some faux stitching and also just plain messy borders all the way around, like on the yellow, as you can see here. And look at the difference already. You can now see the distinct pieces standing out. I'm going to continue to do that around the tags, and that's going to repeat the faux stitching on the whiter frame, and I'm just using a heavier double line for the green one here, and that's just adding that point of difference. And look at that, isn't it amazing? Simple design, coming up really, really cute. Across the little banners at the top, it says Chase Your Dreams, stand, what's it say? Strong, strong little girl. Yes, um, yes, love, you can. Then it says just shine and um, oh baby, pretty girl. So they're the things that are in that rosette across the top, and I just think that they just sum her up totally. I'm putting down the 3 bows onto the tags as the tag finishes, and I think that just ties that in nicely with that bow paper. I've put down the floral stickers. Now, I don't use stickers very often. I don't know why. I've got sticker sheets, but I just don't use them. I don't know. I think they're too dimensional for me. Anyhow, I'm using it for this one because I am using the whole pack Carta Bella. I'm using the whole project as Carta Bella, so I'm using these stickers, and I just think it just all blends nicely. Now, if you're, you know, a scrapbooker that likes to work from a whole kit, then yeah, definitely go for it. These kits have everything you need within the kit themselves. If you like me, as my general rule is I mix and match all my kits. I buy them and then I mix and match pieces everywhere, and it's usually based on colour. But today, as I said, I was a bit lazy and I'm just using it whole as bowlers from one kit. But you know, I love the finished effect, and that's what happens when you use a hot kit and the kit only. But the downside is, now that I've used all these pieces, I'm going to start mixing and matching the kit when I'm creating elsewhere. But that's okay, and that's how I like to scrap. I know other people don't. They use up what they want to use and then they get rid of, but I tend to keep and then mix and match as I go, and I use colour as my guide. So there we go. I'm just building it up because remember, with a cluster, we want things that float to the top and we want things that float to the bottom, and we are just building that, and they're called our anchors and floats. Our anchors are our darker pieces, our floats are our lighter pieces, and it just naturally flows on the layout. So I think I've added enough on here. I like how the clusters are sitting. I want one big cluster and a smaller cluster, and that's my 3, 2, and my photo block runs across the center of the page. Yes, there are 2 photos, but it's photo block, so you can see that they're in a space together. When they join, it forms that block. Now I'm just adding in another little butterfly. I've cut out some tabs here. I put one in and then I realized I actually need the second one just to balance it out a little bit more and put that extra bit of layering in. And I'm going to tuck that one in over the top of the mushroom one with the green facing, and that's going to drag the green across from the left to the right. So that's making that balance just that little bit more as well. I am using some messy lines around the outside of the tag just to keep that consistency and make it pop off that yellow background. And there you go, everybody. Look at those sticker clusters there. They come up quite nicely, and you can see the sink and float thing happening where the darker is at the bottom and the lighter to the top. Now I'm going to add in my artistic flair because, you know, the layout, while being very pretty to me, that white space, even with the mushroom, is just a little bit too much white space. So I'm going to add in my splatters to just add that little bit of artistic zhuzhing to it, because you know I like to zhuzh my layouts. And then I use the Dina Wakeling white opaque there, and that's added a little bit of a white splatter, just enough to fill in and draw your eye around a little bit more. And to finish off, I'm going to come in with some pops of colour, which you'll see, and set up my visual triangle. And this is a beautiful, actually it's Nuvo drops that I've used on this one, and it is a pinky red colour which ties in with that mushroom. And so the name of that one, and I have told you before, and I need to go look it up again because I don't know, it is called Moroccan Red, and I love it. It just matches that paper so well. The 3 strategic places set up my visual triangle. Now your eye is naturally roaming, and I'm happy with how this has turned out. There is a playlist. Tara pulls us together every month, and she gives us the challenge to use our stash. And as I said, this month was Carta Bella or Echo Park, and I've gone with Carta Bella here. So what do you think, guys? Have I hit the mark? Have I given you something to think about? Have I given you an idea to get started? What about the design of the layout? Is that enough for you? If you like it, don't forget to give me that thumbs up. I really do appreciate you interacting with my videos. It really is a pleasure to have you all come back each and every time. And if you're new to my channel, I hope I've done enough for you to subscribe today. Remember, there is a full playlist. Go check everybody out. It's down below. Here's my next video for you. I'll see you over there real soon. And once again, stay creative, friends.